Hey Kasim, so I wanted to show you how to go and check out the website I told you. I'm going to give you the website separately, but it's Craigslist uh, .org, right? Um, that's the big site, and then in this case, I'm in Rio, so it's sending me to the one in Rio, but you don't want the one in Rio. Let's say you want the one in New York, right? So it's ny craigslist.org. Now it brought me to, oh, it's still in Portuguese. Okay. Now it brought me to New York City, right? I can give you this address on WhatsApp, and I'm going to do that. But I think what's going to be even more helpful to you is if I give you like the final, excuse me, the final address for you to search for rooms. Now I'm going to show you better. I'm doing all of this in the computer as I talk to you. But what's going to be easier is if you go into housing, which is right here, you can go to rooms and shared, right? And then I am going to select instead of all New York, I'm going to go to Queens, right? But you could do Bronx. So in this case, it's showing me all the rooms, right? Or room shares that are available. Of course, you can play with it. For example, you can say that the maximum price that you want to pay is, say, 700, right? And when you do that, it's going to show you cheaper prices. Just be careful because some of the prices here will be per week, right? So it's 165 per week, but per month it's 600 or 680 or 620 or something. Like this one in Jamaica, it's 600, right? So furnished room for male student. I'm gonna just check it out just because. So it's 150 for a one bedroom. So it's 150 times 4. This one is actually in Spanish. Okay. So when you list it, you can also select right here if you want it from the price of cheapest to most expensive, and that's what I'm doing here with the filters. I have a maximum of 700, right? So you can keep scrolling down because some of these will give you the price per day, like 20 bucks per night, right? And so on. So then you can start clicking on them, and then the ones that say pick, like this one, they'll have pictures, right? For you to look. So furnished room in a private home in Cambria Heights, which is Jamaica, sort of. So this one is 180 per week, right? Small bedroom on the second floor, blah, 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 blah. Has some pictures in it. So that's an example, right? But you can look for the ones, whatever price. Like this one is furnished room in Jamaica, so that's 600 a month or 150. If you click on it, oh, it's the same one I had shown you before. It's in Spanish. You can read Spanish, I guess. So you can keep looking for more. So I'm going to give you this link, right? This is the link for searching for rooms and room shares in Queens specifically, right? So the interesting thing you can do is instead of New York, right, we can switch to the town that you want, right? And you can do that by either typing it here or going into Craigslist, all of Craigslist. And I'm going to go to the US, and I forgot what town you said in the South you might be looking into going, but I have a rough recollection that it's North or South Carolina. So I'm going to say that it is Raleigh in North Carolina, right? So the same way you would go to housing, and then here it's rooms shared. Of course, the prices will be a lot cheaper. Um, uh, and then you can set up your maximum here. The average is 500. Like I said, it's a lot cheaper. So you can set your maximum for 500. Hit enter. And then you want to show, instead of newest, you want to go from the cheapest to the most expensive. So first of all, the cheapest ones will show, right? 160 a week, 150 a week, 100 a week, and so on, right? So this was the one in Raleigh, okay? But again, you can look for them, and I don't know if it's South Carolina or if it's North Carolina, but by going, you rewind the video, you will see by going into the Craigslist site, you can go to Craigslist, the big one, and then select here in the US, right? Oops, sorry. Select here in the US, like which town you were looking for, and it's in alphabetical order. So if it's, for example, if it's Georgia, right, it's going to be on G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Georgia. So you then find the town in Georgia. If it's South Carolina, you go to S, QRS, South Carolina. So in South Carolina, if it's Columbia, Florence, Myrtle Beach, whatever the area is, you click on it. I hope that's been helpful. This is, I think, the best way to find rooms for now. Okay. All right. Hope all is well.